guys, I have changed my hair, not drastically but enough for me to kind of warrant kind of talking about it. And the last time, and all the times, every time I change my hair, you guys say, did you film it, can you tell me how you did it, etc, etc. Even when it looks terrible, you guys want to know how I did it. So I did film this process, and although I'm not 100% happy with it, I'm only going to add to it a little bit. So the next time you see me, or one of the next times, I don't know how many videos I'm going to film before I change it slightly, it will be a little bit different, but I'll explain to you what I'm going to do within this video. So the main reason that I wanted to change it, because lots of you asked me why I was wanting to dye my hair, why I was wanting to go back to the hairdressers, and I would have gone back to the hairdressers, but I haven't been able to get in to the one that I want to for like a week and a half, and I've just been so impatient. And I was talking to Emma last night and we were saying about kind of how impatience drives you to DIY, and that's absolutely the reason that I've done things to my hair myself in the past, is because I can't wait a day, I can't wait a week, I can't wait however long I have to wait. I need to do it right now. And if I had a professional kind of on call that could come and fix my hair for me as and when I want to change it, then I'd do that, but I don't, and I don't like to wait for things. It's impatience. So the main reason I wanted to change it was because the top of my hair, which I really liked, and I've really only changed the top layer ever so slightly, I really liked that colour that she did when I went to the hairdressers. Unfortunately, the reason I went in the first place was because the bottom of my hair had that blue tinge to it, and she did a really good job getting rid of it, because it was kind of like white blue at the ends. It was a completely different colour, and she kind of fixed it, but it faded really fast, and so I was left with the top half of my hair that was a totally different colour to the bottom half of my hair, which sounds like an ombre, but because I have this strange haircut, which I've made I've made absolutely no excuse, what do I mean? I've made no secret of the fact that I hate my haircut, because I have this crazy haircut that's got this like real blunt, all different lengths, strange layer in it. It kind of looks like I'm wearing a wig on top of normal hair, because this part that is the shorter layer is like a darker colour, and then the bottom part is this pale silvery colour. Or was this pale silvery colour, it still is a little bit, but it was worse before. And so that's the reason that I was unhappy with it. If I could have had it all the same colour, if it hadn't faded, then perfect, but it had faded and I wanted to fix it. So I was toying with the idea of doing this, which is the chocolate caramel colour. That's what I used on it in the kind of autumn time last year, where I did the low lights and I had all the top colour much darker. I put some through the bottoms as well, and it was kind of like it was this colour, but I'd left some of my blonde in. So I was going to do that, and then I thought the reason I don't like the brunette colour on me is because it's really flat and all one block colour, and I really want some highlights in it still. So then I was thinking, well, maybe I'll do that and I'll book an appointment for highlights, just a few kind of face framing and random highlights throughout my hair to give it some dimension in a couple of weeks. And I just thought, no, I'm going to end up doing something ridiculous, like bleaching my hair to death, because I'll hate that I have my hair like one block colour. So I got two colours, because I think it was 2 for £8 in Tesco. I got two colours. I got the satin blonde, which is this one, and I got the chocolate caramel. This is beautiful. This is similar to my natural hair colour, but it's a little bit warmer, so it's just a little bit nicer. And what I did was, and I will show you, I'll kind of side screen now, I'll show you what I did. I sectioned all my hair. I sectioned the very top layer first of all, and then I sectioned just a little bit here, and all on the underneath, not quite, a little bit further than that, all on the underneath, I put the chocolate caramel. So all this colour underneath there is that chocolate caramel colour, and I love that colour. I think it's beautiful. I think that with just a few highlights through it would look really natural, and I might do that in the future. But I thought I didn't want to do that yet because I thought I'm going to regret it. So I did the very base layers in that chocolate caramel colour, and then the next layer I did chocolate caramel from kind of here, from my roots, and painted them in, and then I put the satin blonde on the ends. Now, unfortunately, the satin blonde didn't really take, and it just kind of looks a bluish grey colour. And I think what I'm gonna do, because I have some of the chocolate caramel colour left, is I'm gonna go through, and not all of it, but kind of take chunks and do it in that kind of darker colour, and just leave some of this strange blonde grey colour peeking through as highlights, and I think it'll just blend it a little bit better, because the caramel colour is actually a really similar colour to the base that she used at the hairdressers, so I think it'll blend a lot better. And you can see maybe here the distinct colour difference, and so that's what drove me to do it in the first place. And it's a little bit frustrating that even after dyeing it I didn't fix it, but I did something, and I'll do a little something more and hopefully it will be fixed. So I'll just put a little bit more kind of chunky low lights in there and fingers crossed it will blend. But yeah, I did the base layer and then I did a little bit here, and then in the very top I just kind of took some sections and did that in the chocolate caramel as well. But that didn't make much difference, to be honest, because I think that's almost the colour she used. So yeah, didn't do a tremendous amount. I must admit, once I put it on I was like, oh my god, this could be really terrible, because I don't like to share how I do things with my hair because everything's blind luck. If it works out, it is just dumb luck that worked out, because I have no idea what I'm doing. It's all guesswork, and I don't want to tell you this is how to do it, because it's totally not. This is how I did it, but it's not necessarily how you should do it, because I'm just making it up as I go along. I have no actual experience of hair. I have no education in any kind of beauty therapy or hair or anything. I'm just making it up as I go along, and so don't consider what I did to be a how-to. It's just, this is how I did it, because I always get questions, so I thought I would film the process this time. So yeah, I basically just did some kind of DIY lowlights again, and I'll put a few through. By the time you see me next, I'll probably have slightly darker hair, but I just prefer this kind of colour on me. In the past I've gone way too dark, and it just doesn't suit my skin tone, because this is more my natural colour, this kind of colour. And I like to be blonde, and I think that the highlights with my natural colour just give me that extra oomph that I like, keeps me interested in it. And I can always put some kind of chocolate lowlights through it to give it a little bit of depth as well. But I think one block colour, whether it be super blonde or super dark, it might be dramatic and I might look really great when I've got makeup on, but when I take my makeup off I look awful. And I don't like that. I don't like to have to put on a full face of makeup to think that I look kind of okay. And when I have super dark hair, even when I was a kid, I have pictures of myself and I was just like ghostly looking. It made me look seriously white. It just was not a good look at all, and I've been dyeing my hair since I was like 11, and I know that's shocking, but I have, from the shaders and toners to sun-in to full-blown dyes. And I have been probably every colour under the sun. This is closest to my natural colour, and I think it's just, you know, it's your natural colour for a reason. And I just think if I can get something close to that that's a little bit more interesting, then maybe I'll stick with it. Plus, I want to grow it a little bit, and I don't want to be really overdoing it on the ends of my hair with bleach and stuff. Because I was kind of in two minds as to whether or not to go blonder, but I'm going to stick with kind of a medium, light browny blonde colour at the moment. So yeah, that's what I did to my hair. Could be completely boring you to tears right now, but for those of you that ask, I thought I would film it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!